Okay, we are now ready to go here. We're going to be playing Decy versus Freedom. It should be a pretty good game. Both, current Diamond League players, both pretty good, so I expect this to be a close match.
Do you know if they're used to playing each other at all?
I believe they've played each other at least once, but I'm not sure if they have much of a history beyond that.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, this should be a pretty good matchup here. Expecting to see good things from Freedom. Let's see if they are ready to go. See, Decy is ready. Freedom is ready.
Yep, look like they're ready. Let's do it.
I will start the game. So this is going to be played on Overgrowth, which is one of the new maps for this ladder season. I don't have too terribly much experience on it as a result. I've been a bit of a slacker playing this season. How about you?
Yeah, I actually like this map. One thing I do find though is the gold. There's a lots of ramp entrances around the gold, and it can actually be kind of tough for like a Zerg to take the gold because you got the lower ground right there next to it. So if tanks siege up or something like, oh, actually he's Protoss. I'm sorry, but yeah, it'd just be interesting to see how the players play it out with the gold, especially the open area.
So up here in the top right, as the pink Protoss player, we do have Decy. And down here on the bottom left, we have the previous season champion, the Orange Zerg Freedom.
Was was the
Wow. Sorry, I'm just looking at the APM tab. Our Protoss buddy Decy is spamming the crap out of some buttons. He was hitting 300 there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I see that. He spiked up pretty high for a bit there. He's still sitting around 170, 180. Back up the back up to 4.
Looks like he's going for a pretty standard Forge Fast Expand, while Freedom, a little bit too early to say what he's doing, but it's obviously not anything super cheesy, as he has passed the 6 pull, the 8 pull, and the 10 pull. I would guess we'll probably see a hatch first out of him. Maybe a pull first, but I'd lean towards the hatch first.
Yep, and in comes the probe from Decy, just looking probably to see if there's the pool there. He'll probably go down on the lower ground.
Look at
Pop.
that. He is actually going pull first. That's actually, with the probe scout, makes a little bit of sense. While he hasn't seen that it's a Forge Fast Expand, a pull first is much safer. Doesn't have to worry about getting cannon rushed.
Yeah. But what's interesting, Desai left right out. He could be assuming that he's going for the hatch first because he came right out of the base uh, before. Oh, he's bringing the probe back now, so I guess he'll know now.
And Desai's being pretty bold. He's actually going Nexus first. It's quite surprising, especially against the pool first play. If Freedom scouts this, which he will with his Overlord, he could really punish this with some Lings to run by into the main before the cannon's ready.
Yeah, he could. And I mean, that's a very wide opening right there at the front, so it'll take a little time to try to cover it all up.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it's kind of tough to say. No, there is a cannon going down pretty quickly there, so I think he'll be okay. By the time Freedom's Lings get up there, that cannon should be about finished.
Yeah, well, one thing to note, Freedom got an extractor. He hasn't thrown his drones in there. Oh, there they go. They're in there now. So he'll probably be looking to do some quick speed for his lings and maybe do some aggression
Now, we'll be curious. Freedom might choose to still try to run by here. Yeah, he does.
Yep.
The complete lack of a real wall there means he could do some damage. He has to watch out for the probe surround. Some good mineral walking from Decy, but he is going to lose quite a few probes here.
A lot of probes. Oh, man.
That's a lot of damage. Good. There's a lot of... That's 5 lings are still alive and are running up into the main.
That's right.
This is incredibly risky, and Freedom's being really smart. He's not overcommitting to this. He's droning up behind it. And yeah, Decy's going to clean that up, but... I mean, he has lost a lot more resources than Freedom has.
Yeah, well, like you said, he did take advantage of the Nexus first and that wide opening, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, he got 7 probe kills off of that this early in the game. That's pretty huge.
And looking at the production, we have the cybernetics core coming up for our Protoss and metabolic boost for Freedom.
Yeah, and that's pretty strange building placement. He actually still isn't walled off.
No, he's not. Very wide opening.
Yeah, traditionally he could actually you basically what you really want to do as a Protoss player is you can build pylons as each of the sides of your wall. Basically, do a pylon on the left, a pylon on the right, and then the forge in the gateway will make a complete wall minus the single space for your unit.
Yeah, that would have been ideal, especially for that wide. The opening is just so wide there. One thing that's interesting is Freedom still hasn't gotten a third base. I'm wondering if he's just looking to kind of tech up a little bit first and then go for his third, or he could be looking for a particular timing with that roach worn down.
Yeah, no, this is going to be interesting. We do have a Stargate coming down from Decy, while Freedom is throwing down the roach warren and the baneling nest.
Yeah.
This could actually be pretty bad for Freedom because roaches and banelings don't shoot up.
No, they don't. And he has not scouted inside that base yet either.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Overlord that's approaching the front now will divert course a little bit. But no, he's going in the wrong direction. He's not going to see that. And the Phoenixes are starting to come out. Now, he is going to do a bit of a push with these Lings. And there we go. He sees the Phoenix. And man, he's just going to run right on in with all of these Lings.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be painful.
Well, you know, that actually worked out well for him, considering that wow, that's a lot of drones. I mean, pros being killed.
When he doesn't have a mothership core, he can't do a photon overcharge.
Yep.
He's just going to lose this Nexus.
And considering that Decy went for air, it really worked out well for him to have all those Lings ready to run in there.
And Freedom's taking the gold base for his third.
Yep, that's a good move. That's a good move because he won't move in. Decy won't be moving out with a ground army anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 2 gateways. He's got no warp gate. He's throwing down a fleet beacon, but he's about to lose his only Stargate. Which is kind of an interesting choice.
Yeah.
And he misses his force field, and a whole bunch more Lings just run in.
Yeah. It's not looking good. I think you're right. That open area that he had there, just Freedom's been punishing him with that opening all game long.
Yep. Now, I mean, Decy's doing a reasonable job, keeping his units alive down at what's now his main, but he's incredibly oversaturated on probes. He hasn't remembered to put any guys back into gas yet. He's just now getting back to that. He's got no tech. I mean, he's fully walling off his front to try to protect himself a bit, but he's in pretty bad shape.
He's in bad shape, and you got the Lings. Oh, they're morphing into Banes at the top.
Oh, man. If he can sneak these down and not get noticed, he's going to just completely devastate. And he hasn't spotted it yet. Oh, there he goes. He sees
there
it.
There he goes.
But...
Yeah, it's about nothing he can do at this point. He's probably going to go straight for the Nexus.
He's trying to get his probes out, but
Ah,
Oh my
wow.
God! And there's still, yeah, and that's
There
it.
it is. That's game. Good game, guys.
That, I mean, that was just kind of brutal.
It was brutal. I think had Decy had a better wall off. I mean, he still would have gotten hit with the lings early on, but at least his front would have been closed off. It would have given him a chance to tech up with the air that he was going for and possibly do some damage. But yeah, Freedom saw it and he took advantage.
Yeah, it's one of those things, especially on these new maps this season. They're definitely very Zerg favored. They have the really big openings at the natural, and you have to really you have to solidify those wall offs, or the Zerg is just going to do that. They're going to punish you, and you will cry Protoss tears.
Yep, yep, that's for sure.
So that was a pretty quick game. Um, I think at this point we're mostly just waiting for some folks to show up to get on to the next one. So I'll probably turn off the cast for now and pick up in a little bit when folks show up. Stick with us here, guys. Hopefully we'll be back in a little bit with another game. It should be Blake versus Sheik, if I remember correctly. So it should be a great game, and we'll be back in a bit. Thanks, guys.
See ya.